Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.
Alright, the next transformation that we're going to learn is rotation. So what is a rotation? A rotation is a transformation in which the object is rotated about a fixed point. The direction of rotation can be either clockwise or counterclockwise. The fixed point in which the rotation takes place is called the center of rotation, and the amount of rotation made is called the angle of rotation. So here is our example. If I'm going to move this object clockwise at 55 degrees on this point, which is our center of rotation, then this will be our pre-image. For any rotation, we need to specify the center, the angle, and the direction of rotation. In this unit, we are going to use the origin as our center, and the angle can be either 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees. And the direction of rotation can either be clockwise or counterclockwise. We have different ways on how to rotate shapes. Let's discuss first how to rotate shapes by rotating our paper. Let's say I would like to rotate this triangle 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. So we know that counterclockwise is going to the left. 90 degrees means I have to move this triangle one quadrant to the left. So what we have to do here is to copy this in our paper and then put your pencil here and use your hand to rotate your paper. So I'm going to rotate my paper right now. So I'm going to put my pencil here so that the paper can just move clockwise or counterclockwise. So I'm going to rotate this paper counterclockwise 90 degrees, so one quadrant only. Alright, here we go. So my image is now in the second quadrant. This will be your S prime, the image of your point S. This will be your L prime, the image of your L, and this will be your B prime, the image of your B. Alright, second example, rotate this triangle by 270 degrees clockwise. So clockwise is going to this direction. Now 270 means I have to move my triangle 3 quadrants. So 1, 2, and 3. So we know that our triangle should land here. So first, you copy the triangle in your paper, in your graphing paper. And after that, you just have to put your pencil here and then use your hand to rotate your paper 270 clockwise. So let's rotate this one 270 clockwise. This will be our 90 clockwise, 180 clockwise, and then this will be our 270 clockwise. Image for Q will be here. This will be your Q prime. Your H will be located here, H prime, and then your J will be located here. This will be your J prime. If they will ask you to find the coordinates of your image, so you have to write J prime is now located, okay, this point is 1, 2, 3, and then the Y value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's negative 5. Your H prime is now located here, and the coordinates will be 1 2 3 4 5 for your x, and then 1 2 3 negative 3 for your y. And then for your q prime, so 1 to the right, that's positive 1. Now we didn't go up, we didn't go down, therefore the y coordinate should be equal to 0. Let's have 180 degrees. Now for 180 degrees, we don't need to know whether we are going to rotate by clockwise or counterclockwise, because either way, the object is going to end up on the same quadrant. So for example, if I'm going to rotate this triangle 180 degrees about the origin, I know that I have to move this 2 quadrants. If I'll move clockwise, I have to end up here, quadrant number 1. Now if I'll move counterclockwise, and if I'm going to move 2 quadrants, 1 2, again you will end up in the first quadrant. It does not really matter if we have to move clockwise or counterclockwise for 180 degrees rotation. Okay, so again, using our paper, we have to copy this triangle, plot this in your graphing paper, and then put your pencil here, and then use your hand to rotate your paper 180 degrees. So I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. This is 90, and then this will be 180. So my H will now be here, H prime. My U will be here, and then my F will be here. So this is how we rotate a given shape by rotating our paper. Now the other method on how to rotate an object is by using our coordinates. First, we have to memorize the signs in each quadrant. So if this is our Cartesian plane, this will be our first quadrant, and any point on this quadrant will have a positive x values and positive y values. Second quadrant, negative x values, positive y values. Third quadrant, and then here will be our fourth quadrant. Now to use coordinates, we have to identify the coordinates of our image. And after that, we're going to follow some rules. So for rotating by 90 degrees and 270 degrees, the procedure will be ignore the signs of the coordinates, and then switch your x and y, and then follow the signs of the new quadrant where the rotated image will land. Now this procedure will also work for 90 and 270 degrees counterclockwise. Let's demonstrate that procedure. So let's say I would like to rotate this triangle 90 degrees clockwise. So it means that I have to move 1 quadrant clockwise. My triangle should be in this quadrant, which is the first quadrant. In our first quadrant, we know that the sign should be positive, positive. Well, positive, positive, because the x value here are positive values and the y values here are all positives. First, identify the coordinates of A, B, and C. Your A is, so negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. That's for your x. And then for your y, you have to go up. So that's positive 2. Your B, 1, 2, 3, negative. And then the y value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, positive 5. For your C, you have a negative 1 as the x value. And then the y value is positive 2, 1 and 2. So to rotate by 90 or 270 degrees, we said that we ignore the sign of your coordinates and then switch your x and y. So my A prime will become So this one is 3, 2. It will become 2, 3. My B is 3, 5. The image will become 5, 3. My C is 1, 2. It will become 2, 1. Now again, how come I read this as 1, 2? Because we said that we are going to ignore the signs, switch your X and Y, and then follow the signs of the new quadrant where the image will land. Now since my image, my triangle is going to land here, the signs of my coordinates should be all positive because my X is positive, my Y is positive. And there we go. This will be your new image, or the vertices of your new image. So your A prime will be on 2/3, 1, 2. Your A prime is at 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this will be your A prime. B prime is 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Then your C prime will be 2, 1. 1, 2. Then 1. Alright, so this will be the rotated image. Our next example, rotate by 270 degrees counterclockwise. So counterclockwise means I have to move in this direction. 270 means I have to move 3 quadrants, 1, 2, and then 3. So my image should land here. Now on this quadrant, we said that the X values should be negative and the Y values are also negative. Alright, so first identify the coordinates of your A, B, and C. Your A is 1, 2, 3, positive 3. The Y value for A is 1, 2, 3, 4. We went down 4 units, so that should be negative 4. B is 1, 2, 3 for your X. Go down once, that's negative 1. C, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go down 1, 2, 3, 4. We went down, so that's negative 4. Alright, for 270, we said that, or same thing with 90, we have to forget about the signs and then switch your X and Y. So for your A prime, we have here 3, 4. It will become 4, 3. My B prime, 3, 1. It will become 1, 3. 1, 3. My C is 5, 4. It will become 4, 5. Now, since my image will go here, the sign should be negative, negative. So I have to change this into negative, 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 negative. Okay? Now, if you'd like to graph this,
You will have 1, 2, 3, 4 negative, 1, 2, 3 negative. So this will be your A prime. B is negative 1, 1, 2, 3. This will be your B prime. And C prime will be negative 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be your rotated
image. Alright, what about rotation by 180 degrees? Here we have to move by 2 quadrants. Now the procedure is just change the signs of X and Y. So compared to your 90 or 270, wherein you ignore the signs, we switch the X and Y and follow the signs of the new quadrant where the rotation or where the rotated image will land. For 180 degrees, you just simply change the signs of X and Y. So let's demonstrate 180 degrees. Rotate this triangle by 180 degrees. First, get your coordinates. A is 1, 2, 3 negative, and then you went up 2, so it's positive 2. So we have negative 3, positive 2. B is 1, 2, 3 negative for your x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your y. C is negative 1 for your x, and then you go up twice, positive 2. Okay, move by 2 quadrants. So for 180, we don't need to worry about clockwise or counterclockwise because either way, you're going to land quadrant number 4. So when you rotate clockwise, 1, 2, you will end up here. If you will rotate counterclockwise, 1 and 2, you will end up here. So it doesn't really matter for 180 degrees. Alright, for 180 degrees, just switch the sign. Alright, so for my A, the new point A will become, so that's negative 3, make it positive. That's positive 2, make it negative 2. I have negative 3 here, so make it positive. Just change the sign. I have positive 5, make it negative 5. C is negative 1, so make it positive 1. And then 2 is positive, make it negative. And then just plot these points. So 3 comma negative 2, so 1, 2, 3 for the x. 1, 2, go down. So that's your A prime. B is 3 comma negative 5, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be your B prime. And C is 1, 1, 2. So this will be the rotated image. Oops. Alright, for our next example, I changed the instruction in example number 5. So instead of just rotating by 90 degrees counterclockwise, I added another transformation wherein I will also have to reflect about the x-axis. So first, let's rotate this triangle 90 degrees counterclockwise. So 90 counterclockwise, I have to move 1 quadrant to the right. So the triangle should end up here, third quadrant. And in our third quadrant, we have a positive x-axis and we have positive x values and negative y values. So first, get the coordinates of your A, B, and C. Let's get the coordinates of
our vertices. So my A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's negative 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's negative 7. Note that if you go to the left, that's negative. If you go down, that's negative. B, negative 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. So that's negative 1, negative 5. C, negative 1. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negative 7. So negative 1, negative 7.
Alright, 90 degrees. Forget about the signs. Ignore the signs. And then switch your x and y values. So my A prime will become 7, 5. My B, I have here 1, 5. It will become 5, 1. C, I have 1, 7. Make it 7, 1. Now in this quadrant, I should have positive and negative. Therefore, the coordinates should have a positive, negative sign. So positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And then plot these vertices. So 7, negative 5, meaning 7 to the right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our A prime. B prime is 5, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 1, you go down. That's your B prime. And then C prime, 7, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then negative 1. This will be your C prime. And this will be your rotation
90 degrees counterclockwise. Now we are not yet done. it says I have to reflect about the x-axis. So to reflect, first we have to highlight the line of reflection. So it says x-axis, so I have to highlight this one. Well, we need to highlight so that we know where to reflect. After that, the reflection will have the same distance to your line of reflection. So if your B prime is 1 unit away from the line of reflection, then the reflected point will also be 1 unit away from the line of reflection. So it is 1 unit, then the reflection B double prime will also be 1 unit away from this line. Your C prime is 1 unit away, so your C double prime should also be 1 unit away to your line of reflection. Your A prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the line of reflection. So the reflected point should also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the line of reflection. And this will be your final answer. Now, of course, you have to identify your coordinates for your A prime, B prime, and C prime. Now, the shortcut, if you remember the shortcut, if we are reflecting across the x-axis, keep your x values 757, 757. But then for the y, you have to change the sign. That's -5, make it +5, -1, make it +1, -1, make it +1. To verify, my A double prime is over here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 positive. B prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive. Then up 1 positive. There we go. Alright, so let's try to answer some of the some questions that may come up in our SOL test. So what are the new coordinates of point R after this polygon QXYZR is rotated 180 degrees and translated 4 units up? Alright, so we don't need to translate or reflect or rotate all of the points. Our concern is just point R. So I need to rotate point R 180 degrees. So it means that my R should go 1, 2. It will go here in this quadrant, which is a positive and a negative quadrant. First, get the coordinates, which is -1, -2, -3. The y value is +2. Now for 180 degrees, we said that just change the sign. So this is -3, it will become +3. I'm going to label this as R prime. That's +2, make it -2. So my R prime should be located here, 3, -1, 2. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, and then -1, -2. So this will be your R prime. But then I need to translate this 4 units up. So 4 units translate means I have to move this 4 units upward. So let's move this one right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be translated here. Remember that translation is just sliding a given point. I will have here R double prime. Alright, so we rotated R into here. It became R prime, and then translate 4 units upward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the new coordinates, the answer should be 1, 2, positive 3, positive 2. And this should be the answer that we have to provide. Alright, we have a pentagon ABCDE. Now it says here that after a translation of 1 unit down and a rotation of 270 counterclockwise, the pentagon ABCDE is transformed to pentagon A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, E prime. Identify the correct coordinates. Alright, so we have to identify all the 5 vertices. Okay, 1 unit down means I have to move this 1 unit downwards. So I have to move this here. That's my B prime. My A will go here, A prime. E, move 1. D will go here. And then my C will go here. So I have this as my new pentagon. Oops. Alright, next we have to rotate by 270 counterclockwise. Alright, counterclockwise means 3 quadrants. Counterclockwise, so 1, 2, 3. It should land here. And on this quadrant, we should have positive x values and negative y values. Alright, now let's find our A prime. My A prime is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4, 1. My B prime is over here, so that's 1, 2 for my x. And then the y is 1, 2, 3, 4. My C prime, which is over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6, 6. D prime, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10, 4. And finally, my E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 up. Alright, 270. So the new coordinates A double prime. We said that for 270 or 90, ignore the signs and then switch the numbers. So I have 4, 1. It will become 1, 4 here. For B double prime, that's 2, 4. It will become 4, 2. C double prime, I have 6, 6. Well, when you switch this, still be 6 and 6. D double prime, I have 10, 4. It will become 4, 10. And then E double prime, I have 8, 1. It will become 1, 8. But again, and on this quadrant, we have positive, negative. So positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so this will be our new coordinates.
Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.